Welcome to video 29 of series 3, and in this video I'm going to show you how to develop the Game Manager master script. So that's the very first script. It's the foundation, it's the basis upon which the whole Game Manager system works. It's really simple actually, so it's not complicated at all, but I do expect that you have completed the chapter 1 assignment to make sure that you are actually, knowledgeable enough and competent enough for proceeding onwards. So there won't be much, I won't be explaining any basic things at all whatsoever. I'll be just going straight in and going forwards. Alright, so get ready and let's get going. Okay, so the first thing that you should do is to make a backup of your project. So you would shut Unity down. So shut Unity down, shut down Visual Studio or MonoDevelop, and then copy the folder, paste it somewhere, and keep a backup of it. If you have a like Google Drive or Dropbox or something like that, then zip it and also upload it there so that you always have a copy of what you are working on. Now what I've done is I've just renamed the game scene to chapter 1. So that was the old game scene from chapter 1. I've just renamed it chapter 1. I've duplicated the scene and then I renamed it to GTGD S3 and deleted everything that I didn't need. So this is all that's left in there: a light, the floors, no scripts at all on the player except for what comes with it. And the only thing that I left was the weapon camera itself. Otherwise, nothing else remains from chapter 1. It's basically a clean scene. And it is time for us to move onwards. I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to call this master scripts. So all master scripts, I'll create them inside this folder. And I'm going to make a new one, and I'm going to call this Game Manager Master. Okay, and remember, you can't have a space. You must have like a connecting character, so like an underscore between characters. So I'll just do that, and I'll make a Game Manager game object as well. Now I don't have to, but I just like to reset the position, and I'll call this the Game Manager. Okay, and I'll just drop it in. It's the first script, and I'll go ahead and open it up. I think I'll use a different namespace as well. I'll probably just call the namespace S3, something really short. So I'll just do that, namespace S3. Okay, and just cut this, put it in there. Right. I'll write my delegate first. So public delegate void a game manager event handler is what I'll call it. And then I'm gonna have a whole bunch of events like you saw in that PowerPoint slide, and I'll write each one out, and each one will be using this delegate. So I'll have here public, let's see, event. It'll be of the type game manager event handler. And I'll call this a menu toggle event. Alright, let's keep going. Maybe I'll just copy this a couple of times to make it easy. This will be the inventory UI toggle event. I think this one can be the restart level event. I'll also need a go to menu scene event and a game over event. I also need some flags, so I need some booleans as well. First of all, I'll have public bool, oops, not that, public bool is I guess maybe game over, perhaps, like that. I also need to check like if the inventory UI is on, or the menu scene or the menu UI is on. So I'll do here public bool is inventory UI on. You'll see how these all get used in a bit in the next couple of videos. And public bool is menu on. Okay, so those are my flags done, and these will be checked by other scripts that will be referencing the master script. So the way my system works is I avoid having the scripts talking to each other. I just have them talk to the master, and then on the master an event gets called, and then stuff then happens, propagates across on the other scripts. And they just look at the master for finding important information, like, for example, the state of these flags. Alright, so now I need to make my call event methods, and I don't need the start and update. So I'm going to write here public. It needs to be public because the other scripts will access this script. Public void a call event, for example, menu toggle. If menu toggle event is not equal to null, so remember, when you are going to call an event, you first have to check that there's something actually subscribed to it. If there's nothing subscribed to it, don't call it. Otherwise you'll get errors. Okay, so in that case, then the menu toggle event will happen. Alright, continuing onwards, I'll need one for each of these. Public void call inventory UI toggle. Then I'll say here if inventory UI toggle event is not equal to null, then in that case call it inventory UI toggle event. And how about I just copy these, because the structure is more or less the same. Just copy it, paste it a couple of times. Alright. And I'll just change the names for each one. So this one will be call event restart level. So call, oh, sorry, and I should have said here call event inventory toggle. Makes more sense. Call event inventory toggle. I'll call this one call event restart level. And this is a restart level event. If that's not equal to null, then run it. Restart level event. Make that action that event. Next one is go to menu scene event. So call event menu scene or call menu scene event. And here as well, event call event menu scene. Okay. Oh, whoops, what am I doing? So let me put that in as event menu scene. Or what did I call it? So one moment, let me just check here. I said go to menu scene event. That's right. So go to menu scene event. So I should say call event go to menu scene. That's better. And here, go to menu scene event. Done. And then last of all, this one is a little different, the game over one. So I'll call this call event game over. And then if the game over event is not equal to null, then I will also set the flag is game over is equal to true. You'll see its application later on, not right now. And then finally call the game over event. Okay, and save that. And that's it. So that's the game manager master done. It's just waiting to get used. And if I go back to Unity, let's have a look. Oh, I didn't convert the line endings, so that's my mistake. I should do that. Alright, done. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so that's it for this video. Nothing exciting looking, and it won't be. So this is how a system is built. At least I've got my structure there. Now I have to build each of the machines, like the components that will turn this into a system, a functioning system. So that's what we're doing. We're just making pieces, we're just making parts, we're making components, and then in the end they'll all come together and behave in a way that we want it to.